Christmas. It's the one time of year where we're basically programmed to feel safe. Think about it. We cover our houses in bright lights to push back the dark. We surround ourselves with family. We lock the doors, turn up the heat, and convince ourselves that for one night, the world is a good place. But that's the trick, isn't it? Because when you lower your guard, that's when they get in. Statistically, crime spikes in December. Desperation spikes. Mental instability spikes. While you're distracted by the wrapping paper and the eggnog, there are people out there watching the lights, waiting for everyone to go to sleep. Tonight, we aren't talking about ghosts or Krampus. We're talking about real people. We're talking about the things that happen when the snow is falling so hard that no one can hear you scream. I have 4 stories for you tonight, 4 alleged true accounts of Christmas nightmares that will make you want to tear down the decorations and double-check every lock in your house. This is a long one, so get comfortable, turn off the lights, and whatever you do, don't look out the window. Let's begin. Story 1. The Guest in the Crawl Space. Our first story comes from a guy we'll call David. This happened back in 2018 in a suburb just outside of Chicago. David's family was hosting the big Christmas Eve bash. You know the kind. Aunts, uncles, cousins you haven't seen in a year, chaos, noise. David was 22 at the time, home from college. The party wraps up around 1 a.m. Everyone leaves. The house goes from deafeningly loud to that heavy, ringing silence. David's parents go upstairs to crash. David stays downstairs to help clean up the mess. He's in the kitchen, scraping plates, when he notices something weird about the back door. It's a sliding glass door that leads to the deck. It's unlocked. Now, David knows his dad locked it before the party started because his dad is paranoid about drafts. But David shrugs it off. Maybe a smoker went outside and forgot to latch it. He locks it, turns off the kitchen lights, and heads upstairs to his room. He's lying in bed. It's maybe 2:30 a.m. now. His bedroom is directly below the attic access panel in the hallway ceiling. He's just drifting off when he hears it, a creak. It's subtle, not the house settling. It's the sound of weight shifting on a wooden beam, and it's coming from above him. David freezes. He holds his breath, listening so hard his ears start to ring. Step, pause, step. Someone is walking in the attic. Now, David's first thought isn't murderer. He thinks raccoons, or maybe a squirrel got in. He grabs his phone, uses the flashlight, and walks out into the hallway. He stares up at the attic hatch. It's closed. He goes back to bed, convinces himself he's hearing things. 3 a.m. He hears a sound that makes his blood turn to ice. It's a cough, a wet, suppressed human cough, directly above his head. David sits up. He knows with 100% certainty there is a person up there. He quietly gets out of bed, grabs a baseball bat from his closet, and creeps down the hall to his parents' room. He wakes his dad up. "Dad," he whispers, "there's someone in the attic." His dad, groggy and annoyed, says, "It's just the wind, go to sleep." "Dad, I heard them cough." That wakes his dad up. His dad grabs his own protection, a handgun he keeps in the safe, and they move into the hallway. The house is dead silent. His dad reaches up with the pull-down stick to open the attic hatch. David is standing back with the bat, heart hammering against his ribs. The hatch slides open. The ladder unfolds. Nothing. Just darkness. His dad climbs up slowly, gun raised. He pokes his head into the attic space. He shines the flashlight around. "David," his dad whispers down, "come look at this." David climbs up. The attic isn't empty. In the far corner, nestled behind the insulation and the old boxes of ornaments, is a sleeping bag. There are candy bar wrappers, empty water bottles, and a small pile of photos. David picks up the photos. They aren't random. They are pictures of David's family taken from inside the house. There's a picture of David sleeping in his bed, taken from the doorway. There's a picture of his mom watching TV. But the most terrifying thing, the sleeping bag is warm. They hear a noise downstairs, the sound of the sliding glass door shattering. They scramble down the ladder and run to the landing just in time to see a figure in a dirty gray hoodie sprinting across the backyard into the snow. The police came out. They found footprints leading from the woods to the back door, then up onto the roof and into a vent that had been pried open. Based on the amount of trash and the dates on the food wrappers, the guy had been living in their attic for 3 weeks. He had been there during the Christmas party. He had been listening to them laugh and open gifts just a few feet above their heads, waiting for them to go to sleep. They never caught him, but the police said based on the setup, he wasn't looking to steal valuables. He was just watching. David says to this day, he can't sleep without earplugs. Every time the house creaks, he thinks about that cough. Story 2. The Whiteout. This next story is different. It's about isolation. It comes from a woman named Sarah, who works as a park ranger in the Pacific Northwest. This was Christmas Eve, 2021. Sarah drew the short straw and had to work the night shift at a remote outpost. We're talking miles from civilization, deep in the mountains. A massive blizzard hits around 6 p.m. The roads are closed, the power lines go down almost immediately. So Sarah is sitting in this small ranger station, running off a generator, completely cut off from the world. She's okay with it. She has a book, some hot cocoa, and her radio. Around 10 p.m., the radio crackles. It's not dispatch. It's just static. Heavy, rhythmic static. Sarah turns the squelch dial, trying to clear it up. Through the white noise, she hears a voice. It sounds distant, like it's coming from underwater. Help. Cold. Sarah grabs the mic. This is Ranger Station 4. Identify yourself. Over. Silence. Then the voice comes back, clearer this time. A man's voice. My car. Off the road. Near the trailhead. Sarah knows the trailhead. It's about 2 miles down the main service road. In this weather, that's a death sentence. Sir, stay in your vehicle. Do not go outside. I'm gearing up. I'm coming to get you. She puts on her heavy winter gear, grabs the keys to the snowcat, the tracked vehicle, and heads out. The wind is howling so loud she can't even hear her own thoughts. She drives the snowcat down the service road. It takes her 20 minutes to go 2 miles. The headlights cut through the snow, revealing nothing but white walls on either side. She gets to the trailhead. There are no tire tracks. The snow is pristine. If a car had crashed here, even an hour ago, the snow would have covered it, but there would be something, a divot, a broken rail. There's nothing. She gets on the radio. Sir, I'm at the trailhead. I don't see you. Can you honk your horn? The radio crackles. I see you. Sarah freezes. She looks around into the pitch-black woods. Where are you? Are you in the woods? I see you. In the machine. You look warm. The tone of the voice has changed. It's not desperate anymore. It's mocking, low and raspy. Sarah locks the doors of the snowcat. Sir, this isn't a joke. Where are you? I'm behind you. Sarah spins around in her seat. The back window of the snowcat is covered in snow. She can't see out. She throws the machine into gear and spins it around to shine the headlights back the way she came. Standing in the middle of the trail, right where she had just driven, is a man. He's not wearing a coat. He's naked. He is standing in sub-zero temperatures, in a blizzard, completely naked, and he is smiling. His skin is purple from the cold, but he's just standing there, grinning at the headlights. He raises a hand and waves. Sarah doesn't wait. She floors it. She drives back to the station as fast as the machine will go. She gets inside, locks every deadbolt, pushes a heavy filing cabinet in front of the door, and sits with her service pistol pointed at the entrance until sunrise. The radio stayed silent the rest of the night. When the storm cleared the next morning and the relief crew arrived, Sarah went back to the spot with the sheriff. They found the tracks of the snowcat. But here's the thing, there were no human footprints. Where Sarah saw the man standing, the snow was undisturbed. Now, you could say she hallucinated, cabin fever, isolation psychosis, but Sarah swears on her life that when she got back to the station that night, she found something on the outside of the heavy steel door. Scratched into the metal paint, fresh and jagged, were the words, "Open up." She transferred to a desk job in the city a month later. She doesn't do snow anymore. Story 3. The 12 Gifts. Stalking stories are bad enough, but when the stalker tries to be romantic about it, that's a different level of sick. This happened to a girl named Elena in New York City 2 years ago. Elena lived in a brownstone in Brooklyn, secure building, buzzer system, the works. On December 12th, 12 days before Christmas, she comes home from work and finds a small, beautifully wrapped red box sitting on her doormat. No note, no shipping label, just a box. She opens it. Inside is a ceramic ornament of a cat. Elena has a cat. She thinks, "Aw, cute. Maybe my neighbor or a friend left it." She hangs it on her tree. December 13th. Another box. This one has a scarf inside, a really nice, expensive cashmere scarf. Elena asks her boyfriend, "Hey, are you doing a 12 days of Christmas thing?" He says no. She asks her mom, her best friends. Nobody knows anything about it. December 14th through 18th. The gifts keep coming, but they start getting specific. Day 5 is a lipstick, the exact shade she wears. Day 6 is a mug from her favorite coffee shop, the one she goes to every morning. Day 7 is a framed photo. Elena unwraps the photo and drops it. The glass shatters. It's a photo of her and her boyfriend walking in the park. It was taken from a distance through some bushes. They didn't know they were being photographed. Now she's scared. She goes to the police. They tell her the usual, "Unless there's a direct threat, we can't do much. Keep a log, lock your doors." Elena installs a Ring camera on her door. December 20th. Day 9. She's at work, checking her phone. She gets a notification, "Motion at front door." She opens the app. She sees a delivery guy drop off a package. Normal. But 10 minutes later, another notification, "Motion." She watches the live feed. A person is walking up the hallway stairs. They're wearing a Santa suit, cheap velvet baggy, and one of those plastic masks with the frozen smile. The Santa stops at her door. He doesn't leave a box. He kneels down and slides a flat envelope under her door. Then he looks directly into the camera lens, tilts his head, and waves slowly. Elena rushes home. She grabs the envelope from the floor inside her apartment. She opens it. Inside is a single Polaroid photo. It's a picture of her bedroom, taken from the closet. The timestamp on the Polaroid is from that morning after she had left for work. He had been inside. She calls the cops immediately. They sweep the apartment. Nothing. No signs of forced entry. The landlord swears no one else has a key. Elena packs a bag. She's getting the hell out of there. She's going to stay with her boyfriend.
She's packing her suitcase in the bedroom. It's dark outside now. She reaches under her bed to grab her shoes. Her hand touches something soft, like velvet. She freezes. She slowly lowers her head to look under the bed. Lying there, squeezed between the storage bins and the wall, is the Santa suit. The plastic mask is staring right at her. But the suit isn't empty. Before she can scream, a hand in a white glove shoots out and grabs her ankle. Elena kicked. She screamed. She managed to stomp on the guy's face hard enough to break his grip. She ran out of that apartment without shoes, down 3 flights of stairs and into the street. They caught the guy trying to scramble out the fire escape. It was her building's super, the guy who had the master keys, the guy she smiled at every morning when she got her mail. He had built a secret peephole into her bedroom wall from the maintenance closet next door. He'd been watching her for months. The gifts were just his way of counting down to when he was finally going to take her.
Story 4: The Christmas Eve Visitor. This final story is the one that keeps me up at night because it involves a child, and children notice things that adults ignore. This was submitted by a man named Michael. He's 35 now, but this happened when he was 7 years old. It was 1996. Michael lived in a rural farmhouse in Ohio. It was just him, his mom, and his dad. Christmas Eve. Michael is excited. He can't sleep. He wants to catch Santa in the act. We've all been there, right? His bedroom is on the 2nd floor. Around 2 a.m., he hears a noise downstairs. Thump, thump, thump. Heavy boots on the hardwood floor. Michael thinks, this is it. It's Santa. He creeps out of bed, tiptoes to the top of the stairs, and peeks through the banister. The living room is dimly lit by the Christmas tree lights. He sees a figure standing by the tree. It's a man, a big man. He's wearing a red coat. Michael is ecstatic. He's holding his breath, watching. The man is kneeling by the tree. He's placing boxes down. But then, Michael notices something wrong. The man isn't taking gifts out of a sack. He's taking the gifts that Michael's parents had already put under the tree, and he's opening them. He's using a knife, a long hunting knife. He slices the tape, opens the boxes, looks inside, and then, this is the weird part, he carefully re-tapes them. Michael is confused. Why is Santa opening the presents? Then the man stands up. He turns around. He isn't wearing a Santa hat. He's wearing a ski mask, a dirty, frayed black ski mask. And the red coat isn't a Santa suit. It's a red flannel hunting jacket that is soaked dark on the shoulder. The man looks around the room. He walks over to the fireplace. He takes the stockings down. Michael watches as the man takes the knife and slices each stocking open, dumping the candy and toys onto the floor. He sifts through it with his boot, looking for something. He doesn't find it. The man stops. He stands perfectly still, and then he slowly tilts his head back and looks directly up the stairs. Michael ducks back into the shadows, heart pounding. He hears the boots hit the first step, creak. Then the second step, creak. Michael crawls back to his room as fast as he can. He dives into bed and pulls the covers over his head. He squeezes his eyes shut. He hears the footsteps reach the top of the stairs. They walk down the hallway. They stop right outside his bedroom door. The handle turns. Click. The door creaks open. Michael can hear the man breathing. It's heavy, wheezing breaths. He can smell something metallic, like old pennies, blood. The man walks into the room. He stops at the foot of the bed. Michael lies there, paralyzed.
He feels the weight of the man leaning on the mattress. A hand, rough and smelling of tobacco, touches Michael's foot through the blanket. It gives a gentle squeeze. Then a voice whispers. It's a deep, gravelly whisper. "Not this one." The weight lifts off the bed. The footsteps walk out of the room, down the hall, into his parents' room.
Michael passed out from fear. He literally fainted. He woke up the next morning to screaming. He ran into his parents' room. They were alive, but they were frantic. Every piece of jewelry his mother owned was gone. The cash from his dad's wallet was gone. But that wasn't the worst part. When the police arrived, they found that the intruder had left something behind. In the living room, where Michael had seen him retaping the boxes, the police opened them up. Inside Michael's main present, a Super Nintendo box, the console was gone. Instead, the box was filled with raw meat, deer organs, heart, liver, intestines, and inside the box, carved into the side of the cardboard with a knife, was a message. He was awake. The police determined the man was an escaped convict who had killed a deer hunter a few miles away, stole his coat, and was looking for cash to get out of the state. He had stood at the foot of Michael's bed, debated whether to silence a witness, and decided to leave him be. Every Christmas, when Michael sees a red flannel coat, he feels that hand squeezing his foot. So, here we are. The fire is dying down, the tree is dark. These stories aren't meant to ruin your holiday. Well, maybe they are, just a little bit. They're a reminder that evil doesn't take a holiday. It doesn't care about your traditions. It doesn't care if you've been naughty or nice. If you're home alone tonight, maybe leave a light on in the hallway. Make sure the back door is locked. Check the attic. And if you hear hoofbeats on the roof, don't assume it's reindeer. Thank you for spending this hour with me. If you survived these stories, do me a favor and hit that like button. It tells YouTube that you enjoy not sleeping. And if you have a true story, a Christmas nightmare of your own, send it to the email in the description. I read everything. Merry Christmas, and try to survive the night.